Brandy. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Everything is good. God is good.
That's good.
How's your day today?
It's good. It's going good.
Can you talk a little louder, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. You got to talk loud so your voice will come across clear. But thank you for
Okay.
calling. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
And thank you for calling. This is my show is called Vibing with Don Vito, and as we discussed the other day, it's all about hearing your side of the story
Yeah.
for what you were incarcerated for. So can you tell the viewers what your name is, please?
Brandy Nicole Davis.
Okay, Brandy. So where you from originally, Brandy?
I'm from Morganton, North Carolina.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was life growing up there as a little girl?
It was good. I was raised up, I had my mama and my daddy and my brother. Then he moved out. I went to school there. I completed high school. After that, I worked. I didn't go to college. I worked and just ended up staying around there for a little bit. And then I did move to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I met my baby father at. And then I had a set of twins in December of 2014. And then I really just worked a lot. That's all I ever did was work. I didn't ever try to go back to school or nothing. And then after that, I just started getting out there in the streets and stuff, getting high and doing crazy stuff. And in 2016 is when I caught my charge. 2026, 2016, I caught my charge. And it was in September, and I ended up I got arrested for accessory after the fact of murder. And I went to jail, and I ended up making bond in October, a $250,000 bond. And I was out for a while, and then I had got my sentence hearing in 2020. And I got sentenced to 48 to 70 month sentences for two accessory after the fact of murders.
All right, so let me ask you a question, Brandy. So let's take it back a little bit. So you said you started getting high and stuff like that. What was you using?
Cocaine and pills, opiates, and benzos.
Okay, well, was you dealing or was you using?
Both. I was selling. I was selling crack cocaine, and then I started using powder cocaine, and I started using pills after that.
All right. So, how long were you getting high and stuff like that? At what age?
From 21 until I got locked up, and to now. Last year when I got locked up.
So you didn't start using drugs till the age of 21, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So when you was getting high and stuff like that, how did it lead into the crime and stuff? Walk me through how did things start? It was your cousins that got killed?
No, it wasn't my cousins. One of my cousins was one of my co-defendants, and my baby father is my co-defendant, and another girl. And so one night we was getting high. We was getting high, and it was a party that was going on, and we attended it. And I was real high, out of my mind high. And then we get to the party, and we went inside, and then we come back out of the party. We didn't stay in there but maybe 5-10 minutes. We come back out to the car, and all of a sudden we heard gunshots, and they were shooting. It was some guys shooting at my cousin, and they gun jammed or something like far as that, and all of a sudden, like, my cousin and my baby father started fighting them and stuff, and I got in the car. Like, he told me, my baby father was like, go get in the car, and so I did, and I got back in the car, and I just started getting high because I was like, man, this is crazy, you know, like, I hate this is happening like this. I hate they would be for fighting. So I just started getting high, cause, you know, just to kind of drown it out. But anyways, they after they started fighting and stuff, all of a sudden I see my baby daddy and my cousin like making the dudes get in the back of the trunk and all of this kind of stuff. And then I looked around, and my baby daddy was like, he was telling the girl that was driving to follow them in the dude's car because he started driving it. So then we went to this designated area, and next thing I know, I was sitting in the car. They parked, and then I was sitting in the car, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and they got out. He come to the car, and he put his jacket in the back of the car, and then he shut the door, and I was like, "What you doing?" And then the next thing I know, I looked in the rearview mirror, and all I seen was flames, and the car was on fire.
Oh wow! So he lit the car on fire while you were sitting in the car.
Not my car, the car the dudes was in.
Okay. And they were in the trunk?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened after that? Once you saw the fire?
Once I seen the fire, him and my cousin jumped back in the car, and they jumped back in the car, and we left and went back to my house, which that's where everybody was staying. Like, I had worked my cousin and his girlfriend moved in with me. And so my baby daddy was up there at the time because he's originally from Charlotte, so he was staying with me. And we went back to my house that night. And the next morning, we started getting high. We got high all night long. The next morning, he was like, demanding me. He was like, you're gonna take me back home to Charlotte. I gotta get from up here and all of this. And so, after I really come to senses of what really happened, because I had kind of let my high come down a little bit because there was just too much going on. And, I come to senses, and when I realized, like, dang, this really happened, so he looking crazy and stuff, and we do have a domestic violence past. I took him to Charlotte because I didn't know what I know what he's capable of. I didn't know what he was going to try to do, So I took him to Charlotte and dropped him off. And then after that, somebody from the party, after the fact, like the next morning, called the police and told them what happened. So then the police come to my house. They started questioning us. And for like 3 days they questioned us. But I was really not wanting to tell nothing because I still had my cousin and his girlfriend living with me, and I had never been in trouble, never, and I was really not knowing what to do. So I was just going with the flow, and they started questioning us and interviewing us and stuff at the station, and for like 4 days, and then they finally got up the charges to arrest us, and then that's when I went into custody.
Mm. So why did they burn the guys up?
But I mean, for real, the dudes were shooting at them, but it really wasn't. To me, they shouldn't have burned them up, but they did. I mean, my baby daddy did it. My cousin didn't do it. He just helped them put them in the trunk and stuff, but he didn't do it.
So the guys were shooting at them. How did they stop the guys from shooting at them?
The guys gun jammed.
Oh, wow. So it was 2 guys and 1 gun.
Yep, 2 guys on 1 gun. The gun jammed. He shot out twice and he missed, and then his gun jammed, and then my baby daddy just walked up and took it from him. And then
Oh,
he went over there
wow.
and started beating them up real bad.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
So, all right. So you guys got caught. How long after the incident did you guys get caught?
Like the fever day. No, the incident was on the night of the September 19th, 2016, and then I got arrested on September 23rd. So about 4 days.
Why did they arrest you when you didn't do anything?
Because that's when they charged me for accessory after the fact, and the charges that came up was because I didn't report it when it happened, or like right after it happened, and said that I didn't tell or report nothing. But to be real, I really couldn't because I still had people living with me, you know what I'm saying, that was involved and telling me, you know, not to say nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what people was capable of, you know, cousin or not. Who knows, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. So you said you had co-defendants. How many?
3.
Yeah, 3 altogether.
It's me and 3 other people, yeah.
So the 2 guys, and then was it a girl?
Yeah, a female, yes.
Okay.
She set it up, like she the one set it up. She told the police she set it up. She ended up telling on all of us really, and yeah. Yeah.
So are you both locked up in the same prison, or they put her somewhere else?
Yeah, she's here. She's on close custody. I'm in medium.
She on close custody because she told?
She got because she all the years she got 25 years.
Oh.
But nobody knew them guys but her. She was messing with one of the guys, but she was also born with my cousin at the same time. So you know, she was trying to come to find out she was trying to set my cousin up to get robbed, him and my baby daddy, because they had drugs and money. You know what I'm saying? So it really went wrong. The tables turned. You know, after they gun jammed, the tables turned and things went. Yeah.
So how much time did they sentence you to?
I didn't hear you.
How much time did they sentence you to?
They give me 2 sentences, 2 48 to 70-month sentences, which is 8 to 11 years.
Consecutive or concurrent?
I mean, okay, so they rent them concurrent.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 48 to 70-month sentences.
All right, so what's that? That's a total of what, like 4 years?
No, 8 to 11. They box carded me. I got 2 sentences. That's what I'm saying. It's 8 to 11 years total.
Okay, 8 to 11. Right, my bad. Okay. So you say you've never been arrested before, never been in trouble before, and this is the first offense, and this how much time
Never had a
it
driving ticket. Yeah, never even had a driving ticket or
is.
nothing. Yeah.
Do you have children?
Yeah, I have twins. They 6 years old now.
Who's taking care of your children?
They with my mother.
And how does your mom feel about what happened? Okay, Brandy, can you finish where you left off at?
Yeah, I was just saying my mom, she was real devastated and hurt by it. And she really still is, you know. I talk to her every day, sometimes twice a day. She just says, you know, she just hate it happen and she just wish I could come home. And I mean, it was really kind of wrong that they give me all of this time and sentence me to this, that, because I really didn't do nothing. I mean, I was just there, you know. And I know I should have reported it, but, I mean, I was scared of my baby daddy, and I wasn't telling on him for me to be out and then him to come back and do something to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm reading right now, it says that the guys that got burned, they were your cousins?
No, they wasn't my cousin.
Oh.
No, my cousin's only one of my cousins was one of my co-defendants.
See, that's why it's important to hear your side of the story, because they got it printed up all wrong here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So, wow. So when you went in prison, how did you feel when you first went in?
I mean, I was just really in awe, you know. I didn't know what to do. I ain't really nothing I could do, but just like, okay, you know, whatever. And then, you know, the more and more you start talking to people in prison, there's being in and out, and you just start thinking, like, I'm sitting in prison for something, like, I really couldn't help, you know. Ain't nothing I could have did. I mean, I couldn't really even call the police, because at the time, I forgot to say, whenever all this was going on, after we left the party and went to the designated area, my baby daddy must have felt what he was going to do or knew or something, because he took my phone. He actually took my phone. Yeah, I forgot about that. He took my phone, and he didn't give me my phone back until that morning when I was taking him back home to Charlotte. Yeah.
He didn't want you to make no phone calls or nothing like that.
Yeah, he didn't want me to call nobody else, or I guess he thought I was gonna call the police. I don't know what he thought, but he took my phone though.
Wow.
But yeah, like I say, I've been sitting here just thinking, and you know, like right now, I do have an MAR going, which is a motion of appropriate release. I put in for that. I hadn't heard back from him. It's been almost a year. I did that in May 28, 20, which was last year. I started it, and I got far as, you know, they're going to look into my case, and they're going to see if they'll hire paralegal, I think, and, you know, a lawyer or whatever. So I'm just really waiting to hear back from them. And you know, I've heard the more you wait, the better it is. So hopefully something will come out of it.
So what is your argument to get immediate release, to get less time? What is it?
I mean, if anything, less time. You know, I've seen cases like in my county, somewhat like my case, where a guy got 2 years for accessory after the fact. So I mean, I think I do. And then they had a record. I don't even have a record. You know, I just feel like I got over sentenced. Yeah.
Wow. So they charged you with accessory?
Yeah, accessory after the fact. Yeah, 2 of them.
So pretty much you're saying if you would have told, they would have let you go home.
I don't think they would have. I mean, they didn't tell me that, but even just thinking, they still wouldn't have let me go. I know they wouldn't have, because I feel like they're trying to make an example out of us, you know. Because for my county, this is like a high profile case in my county. Yeah.
Wow. And also you're African American.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know how that plays out everywhere, but mainly in the southern states, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what have you been doing since you've been incarcerated, like, far as, like, any education, any programs, any certifications, anything?
No, the only thing I really been doing is working. I mean, just trying to keep my mind busy. I thought about going back to school, trying to get back in college classes, but I haven't so far. I've been working, you know, just to get merit days, so I can just at least get down to my minimum. You know, I ain't trying to stay in here 11 years, so at least get down to my 8-year mark, and I won't have to worry about it. So hopefully something work out to where I won't even have to be in here that long.
So, your lawyer sent that to the governor?
No, it's an MAR. I don't think it's really the governor. I think it's more like just DPS, like Raleigh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something that they do, it's something like an appeal, but it's called an MAR.
And the argument is the fact that you didn't have anything to do with it. You were there, and you feel like you got too much time.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna say I was there, you know, somebody was making me, holding me there or something. It was just more of, I really was in a predicament I couldn't help, you know. I was there because I had to really be there, and I mean, it wasn't nothing I could do at the point in time, you know.
Mhm.
And they knew we had a domestic violence past, so they should know how he is. And then since he's been locked up in the county couldn't even hold him because he got assault on the government official charges. He's in CP, and he ain't even been to trial yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Do you communicate inmate to inmate with any of them?
No. I can't have no communication with them. That was in my sentence hearing. That's the last thing the judge told me was don't have no communication with none of my co-defendants. So, no, I don't communicate with none of them.
Okay, that's good.
Of course, I talk to my aunt, and she tell me how I ask her how my cousin's doing because that's my cousin, you know what I'm saying, my first cousin.
Mhm.
One of the guys the other guy was my first cousin. So yeah, I asked how he's doing and stuff, but no, I don't have no communication with nobody, none of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who was the female?
She was his girlfriend. She was my cousin's girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to thank you for sharing your story with me, the Vibing with Don Vito show, and putting your side of the story out there. It really is an important thing because what I'm reading is kind of different from what they wrote.
Yeah.
And if people don't hear you speak or hear other inmates speak, they'll never notice.
Right.
That's why it's important to share your story. You know, even though the crime is there and you got to do the time for it, it's the fact that people can, you know, get to know who Brandy is and you know, how she came up in life and, you know, what led to the event opposed to what they write all the time, because a lot of times they bend the story once they get you inside, you know?
Right.
Yes. So, like I said, I want to thank you. If possible, could you give me a call back on Tuesday?
Yeah, I will. I can.
And then I'll talk to you about, you know, I'm going to put your story out there and what stream and stuff like that for us, you know, where your family or friends that you got can check it out and they can support and they can help share it and move it around for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
You have a wonderful day and call me Tuesday between like 2 and 5.
All right.
All right, Brandy, have a wonderful day and nice talking to you. And I'll speak to you during the week.
All right. See you later.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.